after various uh, uh, upgrades of the Dragon Dictate, I finally was able to write a book. And like I said, my first book was actually an autobiography of my life. But again, my wife and a friend read it and said, "No, it's kind of boring."
Mm.
So then I had another dream, and it was about the vigilante disability analysts who uh, got rid of these people. But throughout my books, it's constant witness to how great God is.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Jesus Christ, once you accept Him, doesn't mean everything's going to go well. In fact, it often goes the worse.
Right.
But
Right. Wow.
but but you always have hope,
Yeah.
no matter what I've been through. I've been through a lot of things in my life: uh, two divorces, three job losses,
Yeah.
change of careers, all of this stuff. And throughout it all, I have Jesus Christ in my life to help me through it.
Well, I'm going to say this, and I always kind of mention this on Sundays when I do some messages, and I always tell people your destiny was determined before your delivery,
Yeah,
but you have to embrace the process. The process is what makes it worth getting to that destiny, because when you look at what Jesus went through as he walked the face of this earth, it was not easy. I mean, they beat him down, they talked about him, they ripped his skin from his body. They hollered about Jesus what they may be hollering about some of us. Crucify him, kill him. We don't need him around here.
yeah, yeah.
So the journey was not easy. But I heard a songwriter say, that's not how the story ends.
Yeah.
So it's a great, oh my goodness, don't get me started because I don't mind shouting. Okay. Now I mean if someone wanted to show their love, their care, their concern and appreciation, then they wanted to go out and they wanted to support you and purchase a copy of your current publication, what would be the process to do so? I mean, how can your book be purchased?
Well, it can be purchased on Amazon.com, and it's under, you can either uh, type in my name, Dan Zane Smith, or the Deranged Connection. And again, the Deranged Correction Connection is uh, a book that includes my first two books.
All right. Okay. Now, of course, once again, as I said before, if you don't know, now you know. Dan is one of our featured authors on the GMAP Broadcast Network, and all you got to do is stop by our platform at gmap1.com. Click on the tab that is simply titled Featured Authors, and you will see, I guarantee it, you'll see a copy of the current publication I'm showing you on our screen, The Deranged Connection. Click on that copy, and it will take you to the necessary location to find out more intimate information and details about the author as well as the publication. And of course, we're going to do everything we can, and we will not allow you to forget about little old GMAP down here in the lower left hand corner in small print. They tell me that small print is the most important print on the paper, but if you go there, you can receive the necessary information to find out more information and how you can show your support and when. And if you do, we want you to share it, this information with all of your followers, your family, your friends. Share on social media and that nature. And I mean, you share everything else on Facebook, share this. I mean, it is what it is. And of course, we want you to make sure that when you do so, show your support. Make sure you go back and you leave a review. It is so very important to leave a review. Dan will appreciate it. Amazon will appreciate it. I'll appreciate it. And the people on the outside looking in, trying to find out what this is all about. And, is it something that, they feel that you feel it's something that they should support and purchase a copy and share a copy. So please leave a review. It's just that simple. Now, Dan, of course, I know there may be some individuals out there who may want to, reach out to you and maybe connect with you on a more individual basis, may have some questions for you. Do you have some contact information that you don't mind sharing with us?
Sure. My email address is dansmith.writer, WRITER, at gmail.com.
And I know that some individuals out there was really trying to get this and write it down, and their crayon wouldn't write, their eyeliner broke, their pencil lead broke, their pen ran out of ink. We want you to just, if you don't mind, repeat that information one more time, just in case some of our viewers and listeners didn't receive an opportunity to get it.
Sure. Sure. It's Dan Smith dot writer, WRITER, at gmail.com.
And of course, you're on social media, so they can reach out to you that way. And
Yeah.
as you can connect with me, and I'll be sure to connect the dots. So, by all means, we want you to show your love, care, concern, and support. Reach out on a more individual basis if you have questions, cares, concern. Show your love, care, concern, and support. Purchase a copy and/or copies, plural. Purchase a few copies and share them with all of your followers, your family, your friends. And please, like I said before, leave a review. I know it's a journey. I know it has been a journey for Dan, and I know that you'll appreciate what it is that he has been blessed to release in order for you to just know just how serious and how determined that journey was, and for him to get where he is today. And then I'm going to move over, and I'm going to allow you to have your closing remarks and final words here on the GMAP Broadcast Network. So I'm just going to simply say this. I'm moving over, and Dan Zane Smith, one of our featured authors, the floor is yours.
Well, as I said initially, I was born in New Mexico and I got polio. And I spent about 6 weeks at Carrie Tingling Hospital, much of that time in an iron lung. And when the disease had run its course, I had no use of my right upper extremity and only partial use of my left. In my early years, I was constantly telling people, when I am healed, I'm going to be able to climb that tree. And when I am healed, I'm going to be able to do this, that, or the other. But my mom kind of cringed at that because she felt like, if I'm not healed, it's going to make me lose faith in God. Well, it didn't. Throughout my life, I've seen God's hands on my life, especially looking back on it. And I learned how to adapt. I did climb trees. I learned, got a knothead on my forehead, et cetera, et cetera. And then God has spoken to me through the years, and his speaking to me has left me with the ideas for the books, and then also helped me throughout the book. I'd wake up in the middle of the night, run into the bathroom, turn on the light, and write down a few thoughts. And it took me years and years and years to write the books, but those books, I think, are a result of my experience and my faith in God that he will get me through no matter what I face.
I am going to piggyback and say I agree with you wholeheartedly. And again, I just can't thank you enough for number one, just being here with us on today. Number two, accepting the invitation to be a part of our broadcast network family. We're going to just make sure we stay connected, and I'm going to continue to do everything I can to present this information to as many people as possible. And we know that you have our number, and I want you to use it. If there's anything that we can do, any shape, form, or fashion, anything that we can do to assist you while you're on this journey, please, by all means, pick up that phone and give me a call. Don't text, don't chat, don't tweet, none of that. I want you to call me. I want to hear your voice. And when you let me know there's something that we can assist you with, I want you to know two things. The answer will always be yes, and you will never have to ask me twice, okay?
Fantastic.
He laughed at me. He said,
Fantastic.
Yeah, I appreciate you so much. I want you and your family to have a fantabulous rest of your afternoon. Until then, I want you to be blessed and be a blessing and continue to do what you have been blessed to do. In the meantime, I appreciate you once again, one of our featured authors, Dan Zane Smith. Show your support, and don't forget to leave a review. Dan, you take care. You be blessed, and I look forward to talking with you again soon, okay?
Thank you very much, Pastor Kevin.
Thank you as well. God bless you. Be
God
safe
bless you.
and take care. All right. Dan Zane Smith, one of our featured authors. And of course, I'm going to get back to more continuous music in just a second, but don't forget, show your support. In the meantime, thank you so much for being here. Yours truly, Pastor Kevin, doing what I love because I love what I'm doing right here on the number one station in the nation, GMAP Broadcast Network, located at GMAP1.com.